Together,
We save the world. We were given the most beautiful gift ever, and we decided to destroy it. The objectives of our video presentation that shows in our collage are, first, to understand the climate change and energy crisis. Second, to explain the causes and effects about the climate change and energy crisis. The third one is to apply the possible solutions about the topic in real-life situations. Climate change increases the appearance of more violent weather phenomena such as drought, fires, the death of animals and plant species, flooding from rivers and lakes, the creation of climate refugees, and destruction of the food chain and economic resources, especially in developing countries such as the Philippines. Not only our country depends upon and values water, energy, transportation, wildlife, agriculture, ecosystems, and human health that may be destructed because of the climate change. First, we have the water. Changes in water resources can have a big impact on people's lives, since our country, the Philippines, is in the equator part of the world. As the world warms, the entire ecosystem will move. This will also cause the shortages of food. Food security is the ability for people to access enough nutritious food to live an active and healthy life. And the biggest threat to our efforts to achieve it is the climate change. Our food supply depends on climate and weather conditions. This will risk the health and economy of the country, and then human health is vulnerable to climate change. The changing environment is expected to cause more heat stress, an increase in waterborne diseases, poor air quality, and diseases transmitted by insects and rodents. We should not be ignorant, and together we change for better.
Now let's talk about the causes and effects of climate change in the society. So these are the causes and these are the effects of climate change in the society. So first, overconsumption. There is a strain of fossil fuels such as oil, gas, coal due to overconsumption and can put a strain on our water and oxygen resources by causing a pollution. So the next one is overpopulation. Another cause of decreases has been steady increase in the world's population and its demand for fuel and other products such as foods, water, clothes, and etc. So for the last one is the wastage of energy. People do not realize the importance of conserving energy. Unless we give it a serious thought, things are not going to change anytime sooner. So now let's proceed on the effects of climate change in the society. First is the environmental effects. Like for example, burning of non-renewable fossil fuels. It releases greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and others, and these gases create a blanket on Earth's surface which prevent the release of the short rays of the sun by night. The second one is political disturbance. Energy crisis create some socio-economic disturbances. With the failure of energy market, we see a crash in not only the global economy but also crash of the energy available. And for the last one, the effect on tourism industry. Increase in fuel prices, there is an increase in the cost of tourism as well. And we cannot afford the same. As a result of this, tourism industry suffers.
It is a reality to declare that our future and that of our children and grandchildren depends on how we shape our communities for the 21st century and beyond. We are said to be responsible for our actions, to what we do and how we use our resources, and we are supposed to return back the favor we get from it through preserving and conserving the natural resources. Here are some community measures to mitigate hazards caused by climate change. First is incorporate living nature. Living greenery absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Green roofs, street trees, pocket parks, and urban gardens are among the measures we can employ in our community. Second is build green. Making our buildings more energy efficient and climate friendly can play a major role in reducing global warming. Third is practice proper waste disposal. Being responsible for our own trash will give a great impact on conserving our soil and water resources. And lastly, plant trees. Deforestation is the second leading contributor of carbon emission after the burning of fossil fuels. Conserving our forest and farmland help absorb carbon from the atmosphere. Therefore, doing all this can help save our Earth, mitigate the effect of climate change, and at the same time, we are saving the life of all kinds.
Understanding the energy crisis. The energy crisis is something that is ongoing and getting worse, despite many efforts. The reason for this is that there is no broad understanding of the complex causes and solution for the energy crisis that will allow for an effort to happen that will resolve it. There is no real energy crisis if you're not concerned about life after your time on Earth is gone. However, there is a genuine energy crisis if you care about the future and the next generation will inherit.
Possible solutions to the energy crisis. Many of the possible solutions are already in place today, but they have not been widely adopted. Move towards renewable resources. The best possible solution is to reduce the world's dependence on non-renewable resources and to improve overall conservation efforts. Much of the industrial age was created using fossil fuels, but there is also known technology that uses other types of renewable energies such as steam, solar, and wind. Buy energy-efficient products. Replace traditional bulbs with CFLs and LEDs. Their use favor watts of electricity and last longer. Lighting controls. There are a number of new technologies out there that make lighting controls that much more interesting, and they help to save a lot of energy and they cash in the long run. Common stand on climate change. Both developed and developing countries should adopt a common stand on climate change. They should focus on reducing greenhouse gas emissions through an effective cross-border mechanism.